Hey, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast, and another live episode, giving you up the live stream by 8:29. Tip off is about to begin shortly. Game 5, Celtics and the Miami Heat. I'm definitely gonna close the show with a little live look into before I get off. But I got a lot of stuff for everyone today, man. I wanted to jump on the live stream. I like to keep it a couple of weeks. And there was a couple of things I wanted to get off my mind. I got some NFL content. Took a little took a little bit about the goat Patrick Mahomes. The next up, got some stuff on John Morant. I promised I wasn't going to talk about John Morant anymore, but he's definitely a reason for concern there after his cryptic tweets the other day. And I also want to talk some LeBron James. What is LeBron's legacy? It's going to be, and not talking about the goat argument, talking about if he decides to retire, man. What do we see with LeBron? What do we see with Steph? But anyway, excuse me. Patrick Mahomes, our guy over here, man. They just start. We started OTA. He's in there. He's actually one of those guys, man. That doesn't matter. 2 championships. He's been to the Super Bowl now like 3 times. Has won it twice. Uh, our guy is just the next up, right? And it's funny because he just keeps impressing you over and over again with all his accolades and the way he portrays himself on the field and off the field. He's not his brother, yeah, whatever his name is, the one who decided to supposedly kiss a chick forcefully in a restaurant. So he needs to make that money to help his bail his brother out from all the stupidity he makes and all those stupid TikToks. Anyway, I'm digressing. But Patrick Mahomes is definitely the next up, and he's in OTAs. He's doing this thing, and it's funny because he gets up and he has a conversation when they're doing interviews and stuff like that. And it's crazy how this kid really knows how to say the right things. He has he's the highest paid contract right now in the NFL. I think he's making like 450 after the contract is over. I think he has the most guaranteed money right after Deshaun Watson, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that one, but I know he has a long-term contract. And it's funny because he was asked on a press conference after practice yesterday or the day before when this happened, does he worry about the noise of other players beating his yearly salary? I think he makes like 45 in the long term overall with all the bonuses and stuff like that per year, but he does make the more money overall because it's a longer contract, 5 years, but he makes a decent amount of money, a lot of guaranteed up front and overall. And they ask him, "What do you think about Lamar making 51 million a year?" And Jalen Hurts. How's that noise keep you up at night? Basically, since you are the man and have way more accolades and achieve more than every other quarterback in the league. And look, the guy's classy. He answered it correctly. I'm going to play you his clip. I'm going to play you some. I actually made a YouTube short on it, and I'm going to play you what he said. I'm going to react to it, and I think it's dope, man. This guy, it's all about winning championships first and foremost. He's worried about the money second. He wants to make money. There's nobody in the NFL that does not want to make any money. He does want to make money. There's no doubt about it. The dude is definitely wants to make money, but at the end of the day, man, he is more about winning than making that cash. Winning first, making the cash second.
Awesome.
That's the kind of guy he is. It's very awesome. So let me go ahead and share with you Patrick Mahomes. It was an interview. Let me go here on my, and I'm going to play it for you. Now that Tom Brady is retired, the man is the next GOAT, the best quarterback in the league right now. Watch.
At the same time, I want to. I've always said I worry about legacy and winning rings more than making money at this moment. But at the same time, I'll never do anything that's going to hurt us from keeping the great players around me. So it's kind of teetering around that line. It's more of you just want to do whatever to not hurt other quarterbacks whenever their contracts come up. You want to kind of keep the bar pushing. And so it's not about being the highest paid guy. It's not about making a ton of money. I've made enough money where I'll be set for the rest of my life. But at the same time, you got to find that line where you're making a good amount of money, but you're still keeping a lot of great players around you so you can win these Super Bowls and you're able to compete in these games.
Great answer. Key points in this interview and in his answer, right? You want to make enough money to keep yourself afloat, right? To be comfortable with what you deserve. But also you want to make enough money, not make too much money that's not going to have enough money left over to put the pieces around himself. He understands. Yeah, he is the greatest quarterback. He could make, I mean, look, he made a whole bunch of, except for Travis Kelsey, he made a whole bunch of plumbers, all right, champions last year. Hardman, Juju. All right. I mean, the list goes on. Skyler, whatever his name is, Sky. I didn't even know. Oh my God, MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling. I mean, he made a bunch of plumbers a champion, Super Bowl champion last year. But he understands that you got to pay some position players, not just on the offensive side, but also on the defensive side, also on the offensive line, all that kind of stuff. And I love what he said. I was like, yeah, you want to keep the bar high so everybody's competitive and everybody can make money. And the fact that he said, look, I've made enough money already to, in my lifetime to be well off and also my family. People don't understand the kid is a pretty savvy investor. He's a minority owner. I think he invested like 50 million of his own money. A minority owner of the Kansas City Royals in Major League team. That's pretty cool. That tells you that he has a good team behind him that is influenced him how to use his money, right, in order to invest it to get some returns for the long term profit and investment. And of course, he has a good team when it comes to endorsements and all that good stuff. He actually has a bunch of other businesses, which is pretty cool. Let's listen to the rest of the next clip over here. I broke it down into about three different pieces that I felt important. Let's check out what he has to say next. His number one priority is winning. He cares about making enough money to keep himself comfortable, but also having enough left for the team to put great players around him.
Everybody wants to get paid a lot of money, and whenever they think they're the best at their craft, they want to get paid like that. But at the same time, if you look at the greats in the league, I mean, they find that right spot where they're getting paid a lot of money, but at the same time keeping a lot of these great players around me. And so I understand, you look at the team, and you got guys like Chris and Snead and even Travis, all these guys that you need to keep around you to have these great teams. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. So we have open communication. I think that's the biggest thing, and you see that from Clark, you see that from Coach Reed, you see that from Veach, and everybody. Is we just try to make sure that we have the best team on that football field, and everybody gets what they deserve.
Key terminology there, bro. Have the best team on the football field so we could be successful. I love that. I love that from Patrick Mahomes. And here's the thing. Remember what he said? All the quarterbacks in the league usually make sure that they make, they take the right amount of money. So like that, there's money left over. You know what he's talking about? That's why his guy's the GOAT. Because he's doing everything and saying everything that Tom Brady would have said when he was winning. He said, hey, Tom Brady sacrificed a lot of his years, man, a lot of his money on a yearly basis so they could keep a good team around him because he knew that, hey, his legacy was more, and winning championship was going to help his legacy more than getting paid. And he got paid at the end, and, he's made a ton of money. He's now a minority owner of Las Vegas Raiders, right? So the GOAT, here's the GOAT who left, who retired this year. Now this kid is just taking that ball, man, getting on that pedestal and just taking right over where Brady left over. So he knows how to say the right things. He's educated. He knows that, hey, I'm going to get paid. But at the end of the day, I cannot break the team's bank and not have enough money left over. That's what Brady did all his years. Brady sacrificed yearly wealth on salary year after year. So the New England Patriots can have the capability of signing really other good players. And I mean, this kid is just kind of like following the same playbook. Definitely following the same playbook. Let's go ahead and let's finish the clip real quick. It's about to be over. It was only like a couple of minutes, and then we just get back on this. Ready? Let me play the last clip, the last bit of it. This dude is the man. Patrick Mahomes is goated. Yo! That's what a goat does, man. He is a individual that it's doing all the right things for his team. He knows what needs to happen, not just on the field, on the football field, but he also knows what needs to happen in the front office financially. What can he take? What can he allot himself in order for the team to have the capability to bring those other great players? That's just the bottom line. I think that's pretty cool. That is absolutely, man. This kid is so on the right path. 2 Super Bowls, two-time MVP, two-time Super Bowl champ, two-time Super Bowl MVP. He's on his way, man. He is so goated. It's not even funny, man. He is definitely the next up, And honestly, whether he's going to win as many titles as Brady, we don't know. The league is very competitive. I know Brady had a lot of competition. There's a lot of good quarterbacks out there. Teams are really following the same footstep as the Chiefs. But I think this guy is gonna like break a bunch of records, and he is just built completely different. He's definitely the man. He's definitely the man. Now that the NBA Finals on the Western Conference size, not NBA Finals, no, the Western Conference Finals are over. For it was a sweep by the Denver Nuggets, completely took out the Lakers. Look, let's give credit where credit is due. It was a sweep, right? You can't take that away from the Nuggets, but every game was very close and competitive. And shout out to LeBron James. If he retires today, which he went ahead and kind of hinted, and I'll give you my take on it, but he went ahead and he hinted that there's a lot of he needs to think about. He really needs to think about a lot of different things when it comes to personally going forward with the game of basketball. This is what he said in his press conference. So honestly, my take, I don't think he's going to retire. Let's get that out the way. That's just him setting up the stage, do what he needs to do in order to figure out what's going to happen next, right? Again, LeBron is a very what you call individual that likes to set the table, right? He loves the drama, bro. Let's not kid yourself. He's under this kick of wants to be the greatest so bad that he just pushes himself. He needs to have something over Jordan. Now, this whole segment here, it's about the legacy of LeBron James if he actually did not come back to play and retire next year. That's the legacy we're going to talk about, not GOAT conversation. I'm going to leave that for some other time if he actually retires. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to go that route today. That's just too long of a conversation. But look, LeBron James, if he decides to retire today, right? Look, he scored 40 points in his last game. That's as legendary as Kobe's 61, because Kobe's 61 point was garbage time, and a last game of the season against where there was there was really nothing to play for. They were just out of the playoffs. They not even know when he had to qualify. But he dropped 40 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, almost had a triple double. So if he retired today, this dude is probably going to end up with the second greatest game of all time. Statistically, he lost. Statistically, to me, the greatest retirement send off in basketball history has to be Michael Jordan winning the sixth championship, hitting a game-winning shot, crossing over Russell. Okay, but this was as good as it comes. 40 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, short on the win. The man in his 38th year, 19th year in the league, averaged 28.9 points per game, 8.3 rebounds, 6.8 assists, shot 50% from the field. The man is 38 years old, dude. 28.9 points per game. Come on. That is just plain ridiculous. Let's look at LeBron's accolade, right? 4-time NBA champion. He did have to go there about 10, 11 times, but hey, don't knock until you try it, bro. Hey, he got 4 chips. 4-time NBA Finals MVP. The man, when he won it, he won the MVP. And even when we would lose the series, the man probably had the better numbers out of both teams. 4-time NBA Most Valuable Player, right? 2009, 10, 12, and 13. 19-time All-Star. That's insane. 19-time All-Stars, man. Rookie season all the way up here. 3-time All-Star Game MVP. 13-time NBA First Team. That's pretty sick. All right. Look at the accolades. I don't have to mention every single one of them, but he's pretty darn good. All right. He's a 3-time gold medalist, 2 gold, I think 1 silver, if I'm not mistaken. National High School Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American. The list is endless. The fact that LeBron's legacy, to me, in my book, is he's going to be the most durable individual player to perform at his highest peak in the history that anyone have seen in the NBA. He's a stat sheet stuffer times 1,000. To me, his legacy is the best statistical, physical specimen that a basketball court has ever had the privilege for it to be stepped on, to step on the basketball court. The fact that he averaged 28.9 points per game, 50% from the field in his last season at 38 years old, it is amazing. It is truly remarkable. All-time leading scorer. All right. He's the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA by a lot of points because he played a lot of games. He's the all-time leading scorer in the playoffs. All right? Like nobody's got to catch that. He's up at like 3,000 points on Michael Jordan. That's what I think his legacy is going to be. On the basketball court, he is up to now. He hasn't retired yet officially. He is the frame of Karl Malone with the basketball IQ and ability to make others better of Magic Johnson. That's to me, he's a hybrid of Magic Johnson and Karl Malone. He's definitely a first of his generation because just like Michael Jordan, there's MJ, and then you had other copycats, right? You had other heirs, Kobe, and there's some other guys that attempted to be Michael. He has a history of now having a dude like Luka, who is technically the same player, just different skill set and different athletic gifts and ability. But there's somebody that right behind him with the same game style. But it's just unbelievable his durability at a high level of playing. I mean, that's remarkable, and he is amazing. And for somebody that only led the league in scoring once to be the all-time leading scorer, that's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. What can you say about that? He's a 27 career point per game guy. That's 27 points. So 28.9 at the end of his career. One thing I got to say, Michael Jordan, I know he retired like 3 different times, and when he came back at 38 or 39 with the Wizards, he was a shell of himself. He still averaged 21 in this last season, but he wasn't performing at this level. I mean, I know he hit a 50-point game or so during the season. But LeBron is definitely, nobody can take away from him the remarkable durability at the highest possible playing level anybody can play at 38 years old. You're never going to see that again because I don't think there's going to be another player that's going to play as long as LeBron at that particular high level. He never slowed down. As a matter of fact, he has better numbers overall in his 19th season than he probably did like the first 4 years of his career when he was like 19, 20, 21, 22. That's truly remarkable and freaking amazing. I mean, look, if I go over this whole thing, it's crazy that he is the all-time leading scorer with only one scoring championship. That's pretty freaking amazing. But again, durability, stability. The man never got, when he got hurt, rarely he was hurt. I mean, the athlete of the year, 3-time Sports Illustrated sports person on the court. The dude is on a level of his own, unmatched when it comes to the overall statistical what he I guess statistical development, what he was able to produce. The ultimate stat sheet stuffer because not just scoring, rebounding, assists, everything. And give him crap. He might be a little of a prima donna. He has his issues in my book, in my opinion. There's a lot of things he says off the court I'm not a fan of. There's a lot of things he kind of cries about that I'm not a fan of. But overall, dude, he is definitely has done something that nobody else in the game, that includes to me, Michael Jordan, has never done. Nobody at 38, I think, has ever averaged 28.9 points per game, 8.3 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 50% from the field. All right. He got swept, but he dropped 40 points and almost had a triple double in his last game if he decides to retire. Whether he's going to retire, I don't think so. I don't think LeBron James is going to retire. This is just all show right now. He just wants to make sure that it's the drama. He loves the drama. LeBron loves the drama. That's just the bottom line. He loves the drama. He likes to make sure that people. He likes to make sure that he's the center of attention. Okay, that's what he likes. He's the center of attention. It's pretty much what he likes. He wants to make sure that everybody's still around and still acknowledging, kisses his ass. Wants to make sure that keeps the drama and the surprise because he's going to come back and play next year. It is what it is. He's going to come back and he's going to play next year. This is just all smoke. That's what he does, man. He's the man, and you got to give him credit, man. That's what he does. And why, I would do the same thing if I'm the guy at the highest level. Let me just keep everybody on their toes, right? Oh man, but LeBron again, to me, he's gonna go out with the legacy of the most consistent and playing at the highest level throughout his entire career. There was no down years with LeBron James. No down years at all. All right, let's see next. Wow, yeah, hey man, look, I don't say that I'm a hater, man. I give LeBron a lot of props. I give LeBron a lot of props, man. He's a dude. He's built different. He's definitely built different. All right, moving on to the next topic. I actually got to go here. Let me see here. What do we got? Moving on to the next topic. Here we go. They got stuck in the screen here. Oops. Excuse me there for a second. Let me just put this back. All right, moving on to the next topic. Let me go ahead and hide this right here. John Morant. There's some reason for concern when it comes to John Morant. All right, I am not gonna lie to you, man. He put some cryptic tweets the other day, or not tweets, some cryptic Instagram posts. Right. We all know that Ja has been having his issues. All right, we know that he's been having his issues right now with everything that's happened in the last couple of years with his guns, brandishing his guns. But a couple of days ago, he went ahead and he put these tweets, this Instagram stories up, right? One with a picture of his mom while he was warming up, says "Love ya ma," heart. Then hugging his pops, "Love your pops," heart. "You the greatest baby girl." I'm assuming that's his niece, I think. "Love ya, bye." And then one that he goes, "Stay strong, Ja." So again, this kid has had a real difficult time in my book with fame. The way he is surrounding himself with other individuals, the way that he is going through all these hardships after getting paid, the security guard issue in the mall, the one, the pickup basketball game issue with a teenager bringing his gun out, both times, the one time at the club, brandishing his gun. Then the most recent, when I said I was going to stop talking about John Moran because it's become stupid, and this kid really needs to grow the f up and needs to be held accountable, you know. But then again, this happens, right? He puts his things out there, and as a father, to me, it's concerning. It's like he's crying out for help in a way. And think about this, right? He went ahead and deleted it right away. He got a rise out of a lot of people. Even the local police department went and did a wellness check on him because they found this concerning. So, what that makes me think when you see all this, and from a father's standpoint, if that was my kid, um, I would be concerned. I think John Morant right now, regardless of everything that's going on, he is having some mental health issues. Bottom line, he is having some mental health issues, and somebody needs to like really give this kid a hug or intervene big time. His family needs to do an intervention. I think I said this the last time. It's not cool. This is a cry out for help. I don't think he's doing this, putting "love your ma, love your pops," everything else, and then bye. When the police finds this concerning and does a wellness check on you, those are signs. I mean, I hope his mom and dad are really, really taking this as a big sign that the kid has some mental health issues and he needs the proper help. Basketball aside, stupidity aside, gun aside, I think at this point, this is human nature. And nowadays mental health is a big issue. A lot of people push it way too further than it needs to be, which creates a problem. But this is not one of those narratives. This is real life. Right now, John Moran is going through real life, and he's going through what a lot of people at a young age go through when they cannot handle fame, money, and the public eye. I think he's 23 years old, and the guy is worth $231 million. Big contract like Nike right now. He's probably worth over 300 easy right now, or almost 400 million between endorsements and everything else. Don't know that for a fact. I am giving you my best guess, and I'm estimating out there. So, if you think about the history of celebrities, athletes that don't handle the fame and the stress well, leads to mental health issues. Heath Ledger, top of the world, just finished doing the Joker, his biggest role, got an Oscar for it, I believe. Commits suicide, overdoses on drugs, and the list goes on and on. This is what it leads to. It leads to heavy drinking to the alcoholism, to the drugs, and then unfortunately we don't want Ja. Hope Ja is not in that scenario, but I'm just giving you what I see from a father standpoint, if that would have been my kid, would have to have an intervention. I mean, I don't care how much money John Moran has, but the family needs to get in there, man, and really pull this kid together. I think this is time for family intervention, love, because he's lacking not just the accountability, but he's lacking the support and the guidance, man, from his parents. I mean, he made the praying hand sign. He probably needs to really look deep inside into his faith, whatever his faith is. I'm assuming he's Christian based on the praying hands. He needs to really dig into that for help, for comfort, for love, for guidance. His family needs to bring that in him. At the end of the day, I don't care how old your kid is and how much money your kid makes more than you. But as a parent, dude, that job never stops. Never stops, man. You need to be there for them even until the last breath you're taking. And there's a lot of misguidance over here from John Morant. And you can see he's a family kid who loves his family based on the pictures he posted, right? His niece, his mom, his pops, the people that probably mean a lot the most to him. But the parents really, really need to step in here. I think there's no reason why there should be no reason why this is happening. And if there's and this is a sign, this is like the ultimate sign. Maybe he did it just to get some clout. I hate to say that. Is he doing this for clout? Is he doing this because he wants to make sure at the end of the day he wants to like get in everybody's good graces? He's really right now in a level of lowness. He's in a level of a lot of stress, depression, probably most likely. But family needs to step in. Pops and mom needs to definitely step in and reel their baby boy in. This is when the parents' love, takes precedent over anything else, over the money, over the fame, over basketball. Right now, we're talking about a life that could potentially be heading into a very, very bad place. It's dark right now, and John Moran is heading probably into a tunnel where he doesn't see the light, and that's a real, real scary scenario, man. Mental health is no joke, and the only way to get out of it is with the support and the help of family and loved ones, in my book. So praying for John Morant. Uh, I'm hoping that he is getting the support that he needs because he's too young, regardless of how much of a basketball player is. And this is outside of the accountability and the boneheadness and all the stupidity he's done. Because at this point, that goes out the window. Life, mental health takes priority of all the stupidity. And I hope he's getting the help that he needs and the support, man, and the love from the ones close to him. So oh man, yeah, I told you this guy, and I said I was gonna stop talking about John Morant, but this really caught me, man. As a father, you don't want to see this with anybody. He's somebody's kid, right? He's somebody's son, and he has two parents that apparently growing up they were involved. So it's just a shame. You don't want to see this at all. Now, let's close out the show. Why don't we dive in real quick, huh? Why don't we dive in real quick and let's take a look live at the start. Right now, it's about 30 minutes in. The Heat and Celtics game 5. Let's take a look here. Let's go. Let me share my screen. What are we at right now? The Heat is 20-32. Let's go to this game cast right here. What are we at? All right, 20-32. The Celtics are up by 12. Wow, the Heat are starting out slow, man. Jimmy with 4 points, Struce with 3, Duncan zip. Yeah, listen, Gabe Vincent is out. He had that injury. Last game, he took that jump shot and landed incorrect there. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Let's go through the full box score real quick. let me check this out. So right now, Miami's starting out really, really slow with a minute left, down by 12, which is unlike them. They've usually been leading early on. So let me see. Right else. Let me see. Where Lowry has played 8 minutes, 0 points. It's not good. This is not good at all. Let me see. Caleb Martin has 5. Yeah, I think Caleb. So Lowry, Struce, and Caleb Martin have to really pick up the slack because Gabe Vincent was shooting the lights out. And that's a huge hit for them. That's a team already that's depleted offensively with Hero out and also Oladipo, which they've been able to make up for it. But when you get Gabe Vincent out, who's been picking up the slack, and is also one of their best best 3 point shooter and consistent 3 point shooter. He's a combo guard who can handle the rock, shoots a good three, can take the mid range as well. That's a huge loss. That's why they're down by 12 points. One of the big reasons why. Look at Jason Tatum coming out swinging 12 points in 11 minutes. 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. He smells. He wants to get this back. He wants to get the 6th game. Jason Tatum wants to make sure that he makes his very formidable. I mean, it's still early on. Formidable. I'm sorry. Marcus Smart, 8 points. Okay, look at that. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. White, 8 points, 2 for 2. Jalen Brown still sucking a big goose egg, brother. 3 points. He's been struggling so bad in this series, man. Jalen Brown has disappeared, baby. Somebody go find him. So, hey, up by 15. It's early. It's early. I mean, the Heat have made comebacks from down this much. So, 35-20. Can the Heat close this out tonight and go meet the Nuggets at the NBA Finals? We shall see. We shall definitely see right now. Uh, oh, sorry. Let me just share my screen here. I apologize. So, you know what? I didn't. I was talking about this and not sharing it. So here we go. Let me just go back over here. Yeah, look at that. Kevin Love, 0 points. He only played 5 minutes. He must be in foul trouble. So I'm not watching the game. I'm actually just looking at here on the box score. Yeah, Butler's struggling 1 for 5, but Butler can get it going anytime. Adebayo has taken 3 field goals, has 4 points. Lowry is concerning, 0 points. Strus only 3. I think I need a big 9 from Duncan Robinson, Strus, and Caleb Martin and Lowry if they're gonna win this. If they're gonna win this right now. So and like I said, my man Jason Tatum is coming out with a bang. He is shooting the lights out right now. 5 for 8, shot a 3. He is coming in hot. He is coming in right now, very, very hot, my friends. He is his free wheels are spinning right now. He's doing his thing. All right. All right, that's all I got for today. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I appreciate, man. Listen, my YouTube channel really taking off, and all thank to you guys. My short content is really blowing up, and all my shorts are all based on these live streams. I just take clips of what I think were my best takes, put them out there, and as breaking the 1K and 2K every single time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you also the audio platform. I'm getting a lot of listens as well as I am. What I'm trying to do is really bringing you my content through as many different forms where we go live on YouTube, Twitter, and Rumble every time I do my live streams. And as well as all this content, I go and I edit it, and it goes into all my audio platforms as well. Apple, Spotify, Google Plus, Amazon, even Amazon now. So I really appreciate the love. Really appreciate the constant attention. I do. I love it. I appreciate it. I can't say enough how grateful I am that I'm getting my YouTube channel is actually finally showing some growth like it hasn't done. I'm putting a little bit. I'm dedicating more time to it, but I do appreciate the love. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for watching. This is your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast signing out. Peace.